Welcome back to High Isle for some more Elder Scrolls adventures. I'm JDZ Gaming Empire. We are working on Escape from Aminos. We have corroborating evidence that High King Emeric, Queen Irene, and Prince Irmskar may have washed ashore on the prison island of Aminos. Lady Arabelle has a plan for rescuing them. I found Casca on the beach, and now we're searching for Queen Irene. If she could pick up the Queen's scent, she thinks she can lead me to her. And we need to follow Casca. And she is right over there, so let's get going. Uh-oh. This rude shelter.
What have we got here? Someone used this shelter recently. Their scent is fresh. Familiar. This way.
Okay, just 1 second.
This isn't the right way.
You could brew something nice with that.
Sisters History, Volume 2. Okay, let's now follow Casca, where she gets irritated with us. Fire.
Let me take a sniff. Ah. The remains of a fire. There are tracks here. This way.
Okay. Disturbed sand.
Give me a moment. There was a fight here. What's that? On the ground.
Dying.
That medallion has the Queen's scent all over it. There! I have her trail. Follow me.
Hey.
The Queen is in danger.
Here she is. Back up off me. Back up off me. Oh.
This jungle is dangerous, cousin.
Dang.
Even your friend shouldn't be wandering about.
She took care of several of them guys.
Ariel, bless my crown, but it's good to see you, my friend.
Yes.
Don't tell me you got washed onto this oblivion-cursed rock, too. You have my apologies, old friend. I must smell like a 3-day dead guan.
What the devil is that noise? Lady Arabelle sent me to find you and the other Alliance leaders.
Ah, Lady Arabelle. I knew she wouldn't leave us to rot in this jungle. But she only sent you. Not an army or a chivalry of knights. No matter. I welcome the company. Trouncing these green serpent bastards is amusing, but I'm starting to grow weary.
I can signal a rescue ship as soon as we find High King Emeric and Prince Irmskar.
Ah, yes. We were together for a time, but we argued and he rushed off in a huff. I believe I know where to find him after we make some preparations for our rescue. You can signal a ship, but I can help calm the storm that hugs the coast.
How can you do that?
Never heard about my time with the Sea Elf pirates? They taught me some weather magic. Could you get what I need for the ritual? A claw from a volcanic beast, a feather, and the bones of a drowned sailor. Sadly, these beaches are thick with those.
I'll find the items you need for your weather ritual.
Gather the claw, a feather, and the bones, and I'll make sure the rescue ship can reach the shore safely. While you're gone, I want to take a look at Casca's wounds. She won't admit it, but I can see that she's hurt pretty badly.
Can you tell me what happened before your ship was wrecked?
It was a well-planned and dastardly attack. I could sense the magical nature of the summoned storm, and none of my own arcane protections functioned. They blocked them somehow. If the storm hadn't raged out of control, I'd be dead now.
You know how they lost control of their storm ritual?
Of course. I'm not an archmage, but I know my way around a spell or two. They must have had agents aboard as well, because I sensed a pulse of Magicka before the storm hit. Whatever it was, the bastards rendered every enchanted item we had useless.
Could that pulse be the reason why using magic to track your invitation medallions didn't work?
Perhaps. I also understand that Amanos has protections in place to discourage scrying and portal spells. Between the two, it's no wonder the Magus Guild couldn't trace our medallions.
You plan to go forward with the peace talks?
Absolutely. Tamriel is changing and her leaders must adapt. The situation in Cyrodiil right now, I can't see a way forward. Perhaps these talks represent a solution. I'm always in favor of people sitting down to have an earnest conversation.
Okay.
Casca, you've been injured. Let me tend to your wounds.
Oh. Okay. Before we find High King Emmerich and Prince Ernstgar, Queen Irene asked me to gather some items she needs for a ritual. She wants to clear the storm so that the rescue ship can reach us more easily. She needs me to find a claw, a feather, and bones. And it's... oh, maybe that's what I heard, this anchor. There it goes again. Volcanic vent. Ooh, it's loud. Alright, so all this stuff is kind of around here. I say we go get this one first. Alright. They're going this way, but what is this? Moonstone. Let's collect it.
Useful. Hold on to that. What's about to happen here? There's the claw. Something gonna jump out of there? Maybe not. I guess we can go ahead and go over here. It's along the way to collect this one and that sky shard. And then we'll get this way shrine as well. Camp is right here, it looks like. Bunch of baddies up in here. Let's be sneakity sneak. Just see if we can't discover the camp without causing a fight or a ruckus. Okay, green serpent getaway discovered. Uh-oh, we got some Sigic stuff here. Sisters Curus. Well, we're not going to be using it. We can go down this way. We should be able to. Alright, there's a sky shard around here somewhere. Oop. It sure would be nice if I could find some cornflower. It's below. Of course it's below. Let's see how far below it is. way. Maybe there's a path that will take us down. Yes, looks like it. Good. One skill point. Oh, yes. Max that out. Now we just need the increase our provisioning so we can upgrade this to the max level. And I think, see, the jewelries we're still working on. Enchanting, still working on. And the alchemy. Alchemy, man, that's taking a little bit, taking a long time. All right, the next one we're going to get is right here. Wait, shrine. Oh, it's right there. I don't need a marker for that. Sailor's bones. Okay, and Queen Irene is
Castle will be all right.
Oh.
And you have the items?
right here.
Well done. While portals to and from Aminos are prohibited, I can teleport within the confines of the island. It just takes more effort. Interesting. Thank you for procuring these items. With them, I can clear the storm when we're ready to depart.
Can you tell me what happened before your ship was wrecked?
It was a well-planned and dastardly attack. I could sense the magical nature of the summoned storm, and none of my own arcane protections functioned. They blocked them somehow. If the storm hadn't raged out of control, I'd be dead now.
You know they lost control of their own storm ritual?
Of course. I'm not an archmage, but I know my way around a spell or two. They must have had agents aboard as well, because I sensed a pulse of Magicka before the storm hit. Whatever it was, the bastards rendered every enchanted item we had useless.
Do you plan to go forward with the peace talks?
Absolutely. Tamriel is changing and her leaders must adapt. The situation in Cyrodiil right now, I can't see a way forward. Perhaps these talks represent a solution. I'm always in favor of people sitting down to have an earnest conversation.
Good. All right. All right. There must be something else we need
While
to ask.
portals to and from Aminos are prohibited, I can teleport within the confines of the island.
Yep, we heard that.
It just takes more
We
effort.
still need to find High King
Interesting.
Emmerich and Prince Ernstgar.
Thank you for procuring. Oh, very well, if you insist. You may not believe this, but Emmerich and I do not always see eye to eye.
I do believe that.
He's as stubborn as his throne is uncomfortable. Why the Bretons insist their king must suffer every time he sits down, I'll never understand.
Huh. Where were you when High King Emmerich took off on his own?
Here, I'll mark your map. It was just north of here. I wonder how excited you'll be when the eagle and the lion are back together again. We tend to argue. A lot. I'll catch up after I prepare the items you brought me for the ritual.
Careful, Queen Irene. The green serpents are still hunting for you.
Have no fear, I'll be along shortly. I just need to... Never mind, it's complicated. Magicka. Don't worry, I've got this. Go find Emmerich.
Hey, I might understand. I'm Magicka too. Can you tell me what happened? No, we don't need to hear that. We already asked
I'll
that
be
question.
fine, I just need a moment.
Okay.
Sea elf magics are always so particular. This little beauty will help us immensely, you'll see.
Okay, let's see where we're going. Queen Irene marked the location on my map where she last saw High King Emmerich. She said she'd catch up after she prepares the items for a ritual to aid with our rescue. Oh, we're not going far. Right up here. Let's go. Evidently, Magicka is not the way to... we need to go this way. Is not the way to go with this Arcanist build. A lot of builds are saying it's stamina. But I'm having fun. Because I have a Magicka build going on. What is that?
This is the spot. But no Emmerich.
What?
That man is infuriating. This complicates the situation. Let's talk.
Okay, we'll talk again.
Emmerich isn't here, but he left behind a number of green serpents. For a man of his advanced years, he can still swing a powerful sword.
Any ideas on how we can find High King Emmerich now?
Emmerich is nothing if not reliable. Look at the way the dead serpents are laid out. Isn't it obvious? He left a trail to follow. It leads directly into the cave just up the path. Go ahead and look for him.
Aren't you coming?
I'll be along shortly. The poultices should have done their job by now, so I want to go back and retrieve Casca. We will want her strength at our side before this is over, and she needs to be nearby when you signal for the rescue ship.
All right, I'll go look for High King Emmerich in the cave over there.
Don't worry about me. If I could survive the politics of Summerset, I can handle an inhospitable island. I'll retrieve Casca and we'll meet up with you in a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go back to when I first started playing this. Her voice sounds different, so I'm not sure if it's just me or if they have a different voice actor. It might just be me, but I'm gonna have to go back and check. I'm curious. Coral Cliffs discovered. Oh, we gotta go.
You there?
Oh.
I'm begging you. There was a shipwreck. The others need help.
Are we going into a
There's
delve?
the one that defeated the corrupted spirit inside of the
Yeah,
weird
we are.
tree.
All right, let's help Sergeant Rusick.
Our ship was attacked by coral, I think. It just grew out of the waves, and I don't know what happened to the other sentry, Veslin, or the sea elf prisoners we were transporting. I woke up alone on the beach.
What do you need me to do?
The sailors and other jailers call that place the Coral Cliffs. I won't survive the trip inside, but you're an adventurer. You're my only hope of getting the survivors out. Another House Menard ship expects us. Our prisoner exchange is overdue.
How do you know Veslin is with the prisoners?
I counted the footprints. Enough for each of the prisoners and Veslin. She's with them, mark my words. I just hope they're all right. Get Veslin and those ne'er-do-wells out of the Coral Cliffs. House Mornard will see that you're compensated.
I'll bring Veslin and the prisoners out of Coral Cliffs.
The Coral Cliffs aren't an area anyone wants to be lost in. Strange noises thereabouts. Makes me shudder. You find my fellow sentry and those prisoners of ours. Get them out of there safely. I need to rest my hurts before we move on from here.
Where were you taking the prisoners?
North. House Mornard has a larger ship waiting for them. We were tasked with taking the prisoners to the ship from Aminos Station. Their captain gave Gold and her word that she wouldn't attack Mornard's ship in return for her crew's safe return.
The prisoners' captain paid for their release?
Piracy may be the work of scum, but it pays well. This lot was lucky to be caught. Most pirates go down with their ship. I suppose House Dufort felt charitable when their patrol ship captured this bunch.
How many prisoners were you transporting?
Our ship held 15 and 10 sentries to keep watch over them. I only saw 6 prisoners and Veslin flee the ship before it was too late. I was the last to make it off before it went under.
Did any of the prisoners stick out or act suspiciously?
No, not as such. Though there's one who's friendly with all the others. Kyrysnia. She got along with everyone and even thanked me a few times for their upkeep. Didn't think anything of the chatter before.
Tell me about the shipwreck. You said you were attacked by coral?
It sprouted from the waves like some curse from nature. Dozens of faces lost beneath the waves, prisoner and sentry alike. The lieutenant said the sea elves might act up, captain's bargain or no, but I have never seen one of them magic coral.
Is transporting sea elves particularly dangerous?
This lot seemed congenial enough for pirates. Their captain paid well for their safe return, but taking a sea elf away from land? No, I can't believe they did this. Powerful sea elves make weather trouble. Not what we got. Not the coral.
Well, we already know about House Menard, but let's see what he knows about it.
One of the Breton noble houses. They govern Amino Station and the prison stockade. The whole island is technically under their jurisdiction, but no one cares about the jungle. Well, except for the mines.
There's a prison stockade on Aminos?
Technically, other than the town, the entire island is a prison.
Really?
They do something to the worst of the prisoners. Call it processing. Once done, they set them loose in the jungle and let them fend for themselves.
Yep.
If they leave the jungle, they die.
Yep. And what's your job for House Menard?
I'm a sentry on a prison transport. I like to work all right. Sure, some prisoners give you trouble, but they quiet down after a few hits. Nothing bad ever happened prior to the shipwreck. There's something sinister here. I know it.
Okay. Let's go on inside and help him. Help him and find the High King. Search the coral cliffs. So we're searching the coral cliffs and we need to search the nearby cave. Oh, maybe I was supposed to... No? Oh, over here. All right, let's go over here, and then the main story's over here. You saw nothing? Alright, there's gotta be something around here.
Stay back. You're not one of those slimy druids. Who are you?
Hey, somebody's looking for you.
I've got to get out of here. Why didn't I just drown in that shipwreck? They turned them into coral. Sunagil. Those Eldertide bastards turned him into this glow. Then they fed the glow to the coral.
Eldertide bastards.
They said that the archipelago belongs to nature. That they were carving a balance between the natural world and greedy mortals. They brought us through the caves and up to the platforms above. Then they shoved us into cages.
Did the druids use their magic on Veslin too?
Veslin? She was whole when I escaped. I offered to help her, but she wouldn't leave the others and I had to run. I had to. I can't do anything. Not against the Eldertide druids' power. But you can destroy their coral.
Why would I destroy the coral?
The Eldertide sacrificed my shipmates to it. Those druids need to suffer. The coral is inside the caves, just down that hill. Make them pay. I'll give up piracy if you do as I ask. Smash the coral! Free the others, please!
Before you go, I have more questions about what's going on here.
Right now? But... oh, all right. If knowing more about them will help you save the others, I guess I can stay in this place for a bit longer.
Who are the Eldertide druids?
They're the ones who should be locked up in the Amino stockade. They're not even supposed to be here. They corrupt nature. Even their magic does horrible things. It hurts, too. The way Sunagil screamed.
Do you know why they chose coral?
Does there have to be a reason? Eldertide druids can corrupt other sea creatures, too. Urchins, sea stars, fish, crabs, that sort of thing. But the coral they corrupted here... it looks like the coral that wrecked the ship. They planned this.
How can I find the corrupted coral?
They changed the coral into something unnatural. It stinks of druid magic and blood. It'll look different too, if there's light enough to see. I'm not going to let them turn me into that.
Do you remember where the coral is?
I passed by one a little while back. It should be down that way. The other corals are probably inside the caves. We could still hear our shipmates' screams from the cages we were locked in.
I'm sorry. I'm going to do what I can. Okay.
Anyone still alive will be in the cages above. Destroy the coral. Make those druids pay.
Don't you worry. We're going to make them pay. I just saw an enemy. Alright, so we need to go destroy the corals over here. Okay, there's some coral in there. Let's just go in here. See what we need to do in here. Oh, great. There's a sky shard in here. Alright, here's some coral that we need to destroy. Yoop. This giant clam. Let's take it. Oh, what's coral drift bear? Well, we're going this way because we need that sky shard.
Look at you.
Oh, you want to throw knives at people, huh? Got over here. What's in this basket? Pumpkins. I will take it. That person ain't even paying attention. But looks like there's a bag. I want the bag. I want to check the bag. Okay. Oh, I hear it. Oh, sky shard's right here. Great. Okay, let's go destroy some more coral. How'd you get your health back, crab?
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
Oh, okay, Big Daddy here. Ooh, let's try out his skill.
Let's see how you handle this.
Cool. Alright, we are done in here. Whoa, okay, how are we getting... how the heck are we getting down from here? Oh, there's a bridge. Like, whoa. people came running in here and caused all those enemies to attack me. Oh, they're going to the boss. I bet they're going to the boss fight. Yep.
The coral will feed on your life.
Okay, now go down this way. What is that that person has trailing after them like that? What kind of skill is that?
More of you vile serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting started.
Over here, quickly. I don't know when they'll be back. Thank the eight you're not one of those druids. Hurry, get us out of here. The druids, they're using us to feed their quarrel. Screams. I don't want any more of us to suffer that pain. Please, please get this door open.
Sergeant Brusick sent me to find you and the prisoners.
Sergeant Brusick survived the wreck. The Sea Elves said he was as good as dead. They regretted leaving him there as soon as those druids locked us all up. The sergeant and I take care of our prisoners.
I ran into one of the sea elves. She said the druids fed the other prisoners to the coral.
That would be Kyrysnia. She offered to pick the lock on this cage, but I couldn't leave these two. Seeing the druids when they killed Suni Gil and the others, it broke their spirits. Kyrysnia's many things, but she's not a liar.
You saw what they did and you chose to stay?
It's my job to guard the prisoners. I failed so many of them already. I'll not fail these two. If you open the door, I'm sure I'll be able to rally their spirits and get them out of here.
All right, unlock the cage.
Either pick yourselves off the ground or let me carry you. We're getting out of here.
That's
Sergeant
right.
Brusick's waiting.
Okay, and then there's more prisoners up here. We need to search the coral cliffs up there. Okay, that's another area we need to go in to destroy the coral. Let's go ahead and do that. Can I open this? Ooh, do I want to open it? No. I don't think I can anyways. Let's hope I can... Oh no, wait, I'm leaving. No, we're not doing that yet. Okay, let's go down here. Here's High King Emmerich. Who are you killing?
You don't appear to be one of these green serpent ruffians.
I'm not.
Shame. I was hoping to notch an even 20.
Do you not remember who I am?
My friend, what a turn of fate to meet you here of all places. I didn't accidentally banish you to Amanos, did I? No, of course not. I'd remember if I saw your name on one of those prison writs. But what are you doing here? Pray, tell.
Lady Arabelle sent me to find you and the other Alliance leaders.
Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have shared quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen knights or so. Ah, well, I assume you have a way to get us off this damn island.
I can signal a rescue ship as soon as we find Prince Ernskar, and Queen Irene can clear the storm.
Ah, you've seen Irene. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Ernskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. But I think they may have captured our wayward Nord prince.
I did overhear some green serpents mention they had captured one of you.
I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look around and see if we can find anything that points to where the serpents might be holding Urin's pup.
All right, I'll look around.
Come to think of it, I also heard these serpents mention a captured noble. I suppose that's what whoever's behind this told them. No reason to reveal we're royals. Instantly raises the bounty. I really wish I'd taken one of them prisoner, though.
Why did the pact send Prince Ernskar instead of his father?
That's a good question. Yoren the Scald King was invited, of course, but the official response we got out of Mournhold was short and sweet. His son would negotiate on the Pact's behalf.
Do you think that's going to be a problem?
Not for me. I have heard that Ernskar is something of a royal pain in the arse. But aren't we all, to some extent? Perhaps Yoren is using this as a training exercise. If Ernskar doesn't make matters worse, maybe he'll learn something.
What does a High King do exactly?
What does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so it seems some days. I lead the Daggerfall Covenant, I rule over High Rock, and I attend meetings. So many meetings. Any other questions before more of these serpents show up?
How did you gain your crown?
Over my strenuous objections, honestly. I was Earl of Cumberland. Before King Gardner died, he dropped dead of the Nahartan flu, and suddenly I was crowned King of Wayrest. Haven't had a decent night's sleep since.
Were you trained to be the High King?
Being the eldest son of a noble house, I was trained to lead, though not necessarily to be a king. My father sent me to the best teachers. I particularly remember studying under Count Ravenwatch, a brilliant man, and still a good friend.
Well, we asked that already. Well, I found the Covenant.
When Rancer challenged my rule, an alliance seemed a prudent course for a quick resolution. Luckily, it was still in place when the Empire collapsed. The Covenant represents a return to the ideals of the past, and I believe, our best hope for peace.
Hey.
Look around. Ernskar was here before they moved him. I'm sure of it.
Letter from Dish G. Claiming the Scald King's axe. Good for you. I'm sure it will make an excellent trophy. Also tells me that these nobles are more important than the Ascendant Magus let on. But why don't we have the other two nobles in our hands yet? Get out there and find the others. The Magus doesn't accept excuses. They want these three nobles, whoever they turn out to be, and so do I. I want the reward the Magus promised, away off this rock and freedom. Tell those idiots to get to work, or I'll feed each and every one of you to my beautiful pets, and make sure the one we do have is secured in the coin fort. Just be careful, he fights like a giant.
Fights like a giant. That sounds like Ernskar.
Yep.
And he's at the coin fort. Well done.
I do remember that son of the king. He was a jackass. Tsungir, Axe of the Scald King.
The Scald King's axe. Ernskar held that like Queen Maria grips a sweet roll. He wouldn't give it up willingly. Let's find Queen Irene, shall we?
Hey,
all
why?
that dead lout had was this bottle of wine.
Oh, and he's drinking it. All right.
Sour. Is there no joy on this damned island?
Probably not. Probably not. All right, let's go destroy this last coral. Oh, I don't know why I came around this way. I could have just went up the hill. Took the long way.
Yeah, if I were to break an ankle making this jump, Queen Maria would kill me. I'll go around and meet you outside.
Am I going the right way? I don't feel like it. I jumped down here for no reason. I don't think I can get back up. I mean, this is saying we need to go this way. And let me just double check here. Get up there. There we go. Sure, there was nothing else. Yeah, there's no way to go back here. This looked odd. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna follow what tells us to do here. Okay. Oops. Might be better if I use the right skill. Alright, here's another corrupted coral. Prepared. Some things to jump out. Destroy, please. Please, lady. Dr. Sergeant Brusick. Okay, he is going to be back up this way. Anything else around here to see? Doesn't look like it. Let's go.
Veslin told me what happened. Is it true that a few of those druids were enough to cause our shipwreck? All those lives lost at sea. How much harm can they do? How many more ambushes do they have planned? Makes a person reconsider their work.
Veslin and the surviving pirates are safe.
Oh, it does my aches good to hear that. We'll let House Mornard know what happened here. Spare others some pain. Veslin says you convinced at least one of them to give up piracy. You hauled more than was asked of you. Take this, with my thanks.
You are welcome.
House Mornard will hear about what happened here. The good and bad both. Druids turning the living into coral fodder. Fight between mortal life and nature? There's something strange happening here. But it's beyond my comprehension.
How will you get your prisoners out of here without a ship?
While you were helping my prisoners, I got my bearings out here. We're not that far from Broke Rock Mine. I've made the run there a time or two in the past. We can make it there and get the assistance we need to make it back to Aminos Station.
Will you be all right?
Like I said, it's not too far. I've recovered my strength, Veslin is none the worse for wear, and my prisoners will help us defend ourselves. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine.
What will House Menard do with you and Veslin?
What happened here was out of our control. We'll make a report and get another ship to take the prisoners where they need to go. Mornard will see to the druids here. It might take some time, but the danger they pose won't be ignored.
How will the Sea Elves captain react to only getting 3 sailors back?
She'll be angry. Of that you can be certain. But the prisoners will tell her what happened. I suspect Kyrysnia will lead that charge.
What will House Menard do about the Eldertide druids?
Not sure. Usually, if we avoid them, the Eldertide druids leave us alone. This was out of the ordinary. House Mornard will need to do something, but I don't know what. I'm just a sergeant, but I'll do what I can to put a stop to this.
Okay, good luck. Right, now let's go find Queen Irene.
You could craft something nice with that.
And they're right
Good
over
to
here.
see you still well, Emmerich.
And you, Irene. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat.
Okay, let's talk with King Emmerich.
I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we found in the cave.
We found a note from the Green Serpent leader.
Right. Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Ernskar. Amanos used to be a stronghold for high rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin just west of here.
There were Briton slave traders?
A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today, but you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Ernskar there.
We also found the Scald King's axe.
We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally, Yoren performed one of them the last time we shared company. We must return it to the prince when we find him. Anyway, our course seems clear. We make for the coin fort to the west.
Right, we'll meet at the coin fort.
Don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the coin fort. It's just west of here, if I remember my maps. I'll just spend the walk thinking about the choices I've made. A little retrospective.
Okay, dokie.
To the coin fort. Shall we journey there together, Irene?
Casca will run ahead and clear the path. I'll make my own way there. I'll see you at the fort. Do try to keep pace with Casca, Emmerich. She'll keep you safe.
And she's gone. Again. Don't worry about me. I'll just take the long way around. I could use a nice walk.
All right, where are we headed? Over here. Okay, anything that we need to get along the way? I'm sure we can get this way shrine later. We could probably cut across the water. We'll see.
I'd rather explore the nastiest delve than the nicest city. Let's go.
Oh, it's all overcast. Dang, that person just dropped. Just dropped down. I guess I should have been paying attention to which way I was swimming.
Truth be told, this is one of the most relaxing diplomatic missions I've had in quite some time.
Walker, we need to talk.
What's up, Casca?
Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. I'd bet Zaji's left ear that it's Prince Ernskar.
Any ideas on how we get inside?
Queen Irene suggests subterfuge. They seek the nobles. Let's give them one.
You're suggesting we hand over one of the Alliance leaders?
In a word, yes. Pretend Emmerich is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal. After we free Ernskar, we'll find a place to signal the rescue ship.
As long as the High King agrees, that could work.
The High King most definitely, agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Casca. Let's see how much trouble we can get into.
If you insist.
Right, so we're going through the doors here. Ooh, they got some guards up there.
They captured one of the nobles. You, bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate.
That's right, unlock the gate. What the fort? Faithful serpents.
I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready. Hands off, you bastard!
That's one of the nobles Dishchi wants.
High King Emmerich is no one's prisoner! Steady, my friend. Attack!
Got your back.
Easy.
Ooh, lots of people here. Any more? Any more?
Well done. Casca and I will cause a distraction. Go find Prince Ernskar.
Ruby Ash Inferno Staff of Flame. Something we will construct. Why are you lurking? You know, Irene. We're not lurking. We're gonna be right out in the open with it.
My arm off when I tried to feed it the other day.
We're talking. I guess it doesn't matter which way we go, so let's just go this way. No, ma'am, we'll have none of that.
Someone tried to steal my ration.
That will teach them not to cross us. Let's make this quick.
The Ascendant Order won't make good on their promise if he's dead, Netch breath.
You guys don't see us over here, huh?
Can I assume this is a rescue?
Yeah, you could probably assume that.
The King's Arrow? Is that really you, my friend? Where you fly, victory is sure to follow. But what are you doing here? How did you find me?
I'm here with High King Emmerich and Queen Irene. We came to rescue you.
So all 3 Alliance delegates still live? Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Yoren, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. There were too many of them.
Here's your father's axe. Come on. Once we reach the shore, I can signal a ship to pick us up.
Sungir, axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. The Serpent said that something called the Ascendant Order is behind us. Their leaders, the Lord and Magus, are here.
Now, he does not have any armor on. Where did he attach that axe? Now's not the time, Prince Ernskar. We need to get you and the others to High Isle.
And we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emmerich would agree, and so would Irene. Come, friend. We can deal with these traitors in one fell swoop.
All right, I'm with you. Let's deal with the Ascendant Order leaders.
With Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already. Let's find this Ascendant Lord and his Magus. I want to show them what it means to attack a Nord warrior.
Why isn't your father attending the peace talks?
Someone was going to ask that eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Publicly, Yoren wants me to step up. The Pact is a sprawling alliance facing threats from all sides. The Skull King has many responsibilities. This is his way to finally allow me to share his burdens.
And privately?
Privately. The old goat is someone warming his bed at night and refuses to stray too far from home. She's a lovely Riften lass, Brunhilde. My father's never been happier. He was only too eager to let me travel in his stead and represent the pack.
I'm sure he was. After all this, do you still plan to participate in the peace talks?
Hope is for poets, like my father. I am a warrior. One does not shy from battle at the first sign of danger. Even if nothing is gained from these conversations, Emmerich, Irene, and I shall be the ones who decide when to quit the field.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and ask this question of him.
Curious about the Prince of Windhelm, are you? What do you want to know? I have nothing to hide.
How was the Ebonheart Pact formed?
You don't know the story? How our three disparate peoples came together to repel the Akaviri invaders? I haven't always thought so, but I believe the Nords, the Dark Elves, and the Argonians are truly stronger together. I've seen it firsthand.
Do you and your father get along?
A personal question. My relationship with the Skull King is complex. He loves the chance to teach lessons, to pass on his tales. But he is still disappointed that I can't sing, forever denying him that father-son duet he's always dreamed of.
What did you do before you took up your role as prince?
My role? I've been a prince my entire life. My youth was not unlike yours, I imagine. I hunted, I fought, and I learned my lessons. I bathed in the frigid waterfalls that crash from the high peaks, and wrestled with wolves for sport. The usual.
Okay, and he just told us why. I'm not going to ask that. All right.
It feels good to be armed again. I've missed you, Songir.
I'll get Irene and Casca. We'll wait for your signal.
He has no armor on at all. All right, where are we headed? Okay, we're going over here. And we will do that in the next episode. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough of the High Isle chapter. And I hope you watch the next episode coming up. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.